Just 2 months into Donald Trump's presidency, and his vice president has already been anointed his heir apparent in some quarters of the Maga movement. A firebrand speech at the Munich conference in February and his Oval Office dressing down of Volodymyr Zelensky has put JD Vance in good stead with portions of the party. Coupled with his strong relationship with key cabinet members, including Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, and Pete Hegseth, the Defense Secretary, the Vice President is well positioned to become the vehicle that drives Mr. Trump's worldview for the next decade. JD's focus is on doing a good job as Vice President and doing everything he can do to make the administration successful. A longtime advisor to Mr. Vance told the Telegraph, "To the Maga faithful, Mr. Trump was the man that turned the Republican Party on its head, and now they view Mr. Vance as the person to carry his mantle in the years to come." His bruising speech at the Munich conference about the curtailment of free speech offended many in Europe, but at home, Republicans were captivated by his tough talk and reluctance to pull punches. Mr. Vance said, "If you are afraid of the voices, the opinions, and the conscience that guide your very own people, if you're running in fear of your own voters, there is nothing America can do for you, nor for that matter, is there anything you can do for the American people." And his now infamous public shaming of Mr. Zelensky in Washington landed with the Trump faithful. He was lauded by key allies of the president, including Lindsey Graham, who said he was very proud of JD Vance for standing up for our country. He has strong relationships in the cabinet and counts a bunch of them as close personal friends. A source close to the vice president added, Mr. Trump, however, has been reluctant to endorse the former Ohio senator and self-described hillbilly as his successor. During an interview with Fox News last month, he slapped down the insinuation that Mr. Vance would inevitably become the Republican nominee for president in 2028. Asked by Bret Baier during his Super Bowl interview whether Mr. Vance will automatically succeed him, Mr. Trump said, "No, but is he very capable?" I mean, I don't think that. I think you have a lot of very capable people. So far, I think he's doing a fantastic job. It's too early. We are just starting. I don't think any sane person expected President Trump to make what would be the equivalent to a 2028 endorsement 2 weeks into the administration, the Vance advisor said. It was an absurd question to even ask this early. JD's focus is on the administration, not his future in politics. The president's reluctance to name a successor will stem from a desire to maintain influence and authority over the party for the next 4 years. Those closest to the president have privately cast doubt on Mr. Vance's ability to connect with people, instead suggesting that his sights should be set on curtailing a recovering Democratic Party. His team Vance is freaking out since Trump dismissed the possibility with Bret Baier and are now in overdrive. It's an irrelevant conversation because the war against the left is just heating up, a source close to the president said. Some in Mr. Vance's orbit are keeping a close eye on Ron DeSantis, the Florida governor and former Trump rival, who has developed a good relationship with the president. This president will never be a lame duck, and he won't be treated like one Trump advisor told Axios. So if I had to guess, DeSantis acts as a little bit of a buffer. Despite this, Mr. Vance's political influence continues to grow. Earlier this week, he was appointed as the finance chairman for the Republican National Committee, becoming the first sitting vice president to do so. The only person in the entire Republican Party, from my position, who's capable of carrying on the Trump legacy and expanding it, making it what it should fully be, is JD Vance. Tucker Carlson, the conservative commentator and former Fox News host, said in a podcast interview released this week. There's no one else, he went on. I don't see any other, at this point as of today, any other conceivable option. I think JD Vance will be the nominee. The president's eldest son, Donald Trump Jr., one of Mr. Vance's earliest backers, called Mr. Vance the only impressive vice president of my lifetime on Monday. While Mr. Vance's star continues to rise, so does the target on his back. Mr. Trump will continue to demand loyalty until his final days in office, and his reluctance to name a successor only ensures a steadfast commitment from Mr. Vance, who depends heavily on the president's blessing.